Welcome to Live Nuggets. Today, we are talking about something that affects many of us. It affects me, it affects you, it affects our children. And what is that? That is shyness. Whether you're introverted or extroverted, shyness can hold you back from achieving your goal and can also prevent you from building meaningful relationships. Are you shy? And do you really want to get out of shyness? Do you really want to break free from shyness? Then you are in the right video. So as we progress, let's look at what shyness is all about. Now, let me tell you that shyness is more than being quiet or being reserved. It's much more than that. Shyness is an emotion, is a feeling. It is a fear of social evaluation, fear of negative evaluation, anxiety. It affects the way you behave. It affects the way you talk, even around others. So, as one who is shy, what exactly have you been noticing when you're around people? What exactly have been your problem? What have been your challenges? Please, I want you to talk about it in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Let's help each other. Let's help one another. We are here to help ourselves. Come on. Yay. So shyness is an emotion that affects how a person behaves. It affects your behavior around others. And it's a feeling of discomfort, a feeling of self-consciousness. Have you seen someone who is overly self-conscious? That is a negative feeling. Always thinking that everyone is looking at you. Always thinking that people are noticing your mistakes. Do you think that I'm wearing the right clothes? Will people like this shirt that I'm wearing? Will people, just about people noticing you, about people noticing what you're wearing, about people noticing what you are doing. So you are afraid of being rejected. You are afraid of failing. These are different symptoms of shyness, but it depends to the degree of the shyness that you have. So personally, I used to be shy, but as you can see, I'm one of those who have been able to overcome their shyness, and I'm here to help you overcome yours. So I will share my personal experience with you as we go on with this topic. There are different types of shyness. If you go to different resources, they have a lot to tell you about it. Now, when you're extroverted, when you're introverted, you can be shy. So it's not just for introverted persons. An extroverted person can be shy. So we have the shy extroverted, we have the shy introverted. If you are shy introverted, you are just concerned about what people would say about you, what people think about you. You are scared of asking questions. You are scared of making mistakes. When you are meeting people for the first time, you just hope that you wouldn't need to introduce yourself. Yes, just because you don't want to talk, you don't like to talk to people, you don't like to talk in gatherings. You just want to be left alone, just alone yourself. All right. But shy extroverted, they also have, though they are similar, of course, very similar, but there's that they are nervous. Nervous. If the shy introverted is thinking about, I hope they don't call me to introduce myself. The shy extroverted is talking about, ah, just nervous about, I hope they will call me to introduce myself. Hope they will call me to introduce myself. So they are nervous. They are also afraid of making mistakes. They even extroverted persons are usually outgoing. Yes, they are outgoing. But we still have some introverted persons that are also outgoing, but they have their different degrees. So if you're extroverted, many times you really take reading as boring. Yes, boring. But because you are shy, would rather go into that boring aspect than, letting people talk down or see how you make mistakes and all that. So you just like to hide in a corner instead of sharing your own ideas with people. But that's not good. That's not good at all. There's several things that shyness can cut away from you. Apart from not being able to make friends, not being able to achieve your goals, it can also lead to depression. So we have to fight against it. Somebody will say shyness, but shyness is a good thing. Are you sure? Depend on the shyness that you're experiencing. If you're just shy and it's not affecting any area of your life, well, maybe. But if it's affecting the way you behave, it's affecting your life in general at different stages, it is very necessary for you to come out of it so that you'll be able to fulfill your purpose. I discovered that at the early stage, that is a bad attitude to have. So I decided to work on it, and I was able to do that, and I overcame. You too can overcome. Shyness can be divided into different categories: environmental, causes, genetic, or traumatic experiences. When we talk about environmental um, triggered shyness, we're looking at people who have experiences like bullying, peer pressure, fear of rejection, fear of judgments, fear of failure. All these are also environmental. So causes of shyness can stem from fear of rejection, judgments, fear of failure, and life experiences like bullying, peer pressure, low self-esteem. Do you know that when you have parents that are highly critical, it can cause their children to become shy? Yes, highly critical parents can cause their children to become shy. Highly critical teachers can cause their students to become shy. The fear of being rejected, the fear of being bullied, the fear of failing. I don't want them to criticize me. I don't want them to shout at me. These things can continue to cause this shyness to come up in greater degree in the lives of the people. So if you continue to criticize people, especially a child, if you continue to criticize a child, the child will grow up becoming shy. And this is going to be a part of the experience that will cause the shyness in him. So we advise parents that in as much as you are teaching your children to be very disciplined and to come out well, there are some things that you also need to do to help them become confident in themselves. Being highly critical is dangerous to a child. And when the child grows with that, it's going to affect that child in adulthood. And from adulthood, if the person don't take care of it, work on it, it's going to transfer the same to the child or their children. So please look into that and work on that. There are several ways to overcome shyness. Several ways to overcome shyness. But it has to do with, are you willing? It's not just that, this shyness have cost me a lot of things. Do you know that I can't even do this? I can't even do that. Do you know that I can't even talk to people? But when they tell you, okay, take this action, you refuse to take this action. You must come out of your comfort zone to be able to get your desired goal. So in order to avoid to overcome shyness, you need to understand that shyness is a problem that you are willing to work on. If you don't see it as a problem, you have not started. It is time for you to kick out shyness from your child. Yes, if you have a child or a younger one who has these problems, I call it a problem. Who has this problem? You can teach the person from this video. Whatever you learn from this video is capable of helping you and any other person that you want to help overcome shyness. So what do? Let me share my personal experience with you on how I overcame shyness. Remember, I told you that I used to be extremely shy, but I was able to overcome it. I realized that the cause of my shyness was environmental factor and peer pressure, really, because I got to a stage where people began to, talk, criticize your height, criticize your weight. And when they continue, like they take it as a joke, but they didn't know that it was really affecting me. So it affected me that I became withdrawn, I became shy, and I was overly conscious. Okay, they say that I am overweight. So are you sure that this cloth that I'm putting on is not showing too much? It's not showing my weight too much? Are you sure that this shoe I'm wearing is okay for my height? Stuff like that. Being overly conscious, which is not good. So I learned that was actually the beginning of the shyness I began to experience. So, but thank God I realized on time that it was a problem and decided, it's a decision I made to work on it. So, how can you overcome shyness? Now, this is what I did. First of all, I realized it was a problem. Secondly, I took it to God in prayer. I told myself that I can't continue with this. I had the conviction that I will have a lot to do with people and with crowd. It was a conviction at that time when I was in school. So, but I still needed to be more confident in myself. I needed to be self-confident. I needed to be able to talk to people freely. I needed to be able to do my own thing and not be scared and not be afraid of what people will say and not be afraid to share my ideas because maybe people will laugh at me, people will criticize me. I needed to do something about it. So I took it to God in prayer and I prayed. I said, God, help me. I can't continue like this. Help me to overcome shyness. And I said, Lord, help me. Give me a way out of this problem. And let me tell you what it did. It gave me ideas. And I took action on these ideas that came to my mind. First of all, I was in a fellowship and I looked around the different departments in the fellowship. Which one do I love to be a part of naturally? Where will I like to go to? I love music. So I decided to join the choir department. But I did not just join the choir department. I looked into it because I needed something that will help me to break out of shyness. Because if that department was not going to offer me what I am expecting, I would rather go into another department. But I looked into the department. They had a very disciplined leader. Yes. Second, they are always invited for ministration in different churches and different fellowships. So I would have the opportunity to meet with different people. Third, they come out of their seats to minister during services. So it was part of me being exposed to people, come out in the midst of people, in the midst of crowd, and minister. So I joined the music department and I started following them. I went through rigorous training. It wasn't an easy thing. I told you that the leader was a disciplined person. So he took us through different series of training. When I say the trainings were not easy, at that time I thought that why is this leader always picking on me for crying out loud? Sing out. You are not singing out. Hey, stand up, do this, speak well, raise your voice. Hey, hey. It was just like that. It was like every rehearsal, every training, I must be targeted. But I didn't give up because I knew why I was there. And even though I loved it because it was helping me boost my confidence, helping me become better at singing, but it wasn't easy. The training wasn't easy, but I had to do it. I refused to quit. Sometimes I could go home after the rehearsal, after the training, and I would just be like, oh God, why is this person always picking on me? Why is my leader always picking on me? Why is this happening? I felt like giving up, but I did not. I continued and I became better. And when I became better, I said, wow, you sing well, you did this, you did that. But I didn't know that I had to go through some rigorous training to achieve the desired goal. And I did not just become good at that. I also was able to boost my confidence. I was able to boost my confidence. I was able to overcome shyness at some point. But I did not just stop there. I decided to step out of my comfort zone by taking action. What did I do? Guess what I did? Special number. I stepped out of my comfort zone by taking my first special number. So during a particular service, I wrote my name down as someone who wants to give a special number. And what I was called as, you would think that, she will come as so confident. Yes, I did outwardly, but inwardly, it wasn't that easy. Let me tell you what I did. I came out to the stage and I said, good afternoon, everyone. I'm here to give a special number. My special number says this, that, that. And I continue to sing. And when I began to sing, people were surprised. Why were they surprised? She can sing. Why has she been hiding? Why has she been hiding? But they didn't know that it wasn't easy for me to stand there. Even though I looked like someone who was bold, I was also shaking. And they didn't notice that I was shaking. Why? Because I was superficially bold. After the special number, people commended me that it was good. Though I made a decision that I would not seek validation from anyone, I was not going to ask, how did I do? How did I do? No. While I was going to that stage, I said, Holy Spirit, help me to minister. And I did. Whatever that happens is, I just took it like that. Whether I did well or I didn't do well, I'll have to learn from my mistakes. No need to ask someone, did you do this? Why did I do that? Did I do that well? Did I sing well? I didn't have to do any of those. All I need to do is to check how I sang and what I need to correct, and that's all. So I made that decision not to seek validation from anyone, not to seek validation, and I continued. So I didn't just stop there. I did another special number, I did another special number until it became very easy for me. So that was the way I was able to come out of that. So I got used to the crowd. I got used to people. I got used to sharing my opinions. I got used to answering questions at social gatherings. I got used to mixing up with people. Why? Because I deliberately took action. You can do that. Don't keep staying in your comfort zone. Oh, when will I overcome this shyness? Oh, this is how I behave. No, you can break out of it. You can't continue like that because there is a destiny for you to fulfill. And being shy and being withdrawn will not help you do that. So let's go forward. So there are several ways to overcome shyness. I told you, I first of all, I discovered and identified that is a problem and I decided to take an action. I prayed, yes, I prayed. I took action by joining a group, a unit in church, and followed through whatever they were doing. I had to make sure that I was part of it. No excuses because I purposely told myself I was not going to give excuse for no reason. Whatever they say do, I will do. And I continued like that, and I was able to learn. I also got books. I read books on self-confidence. I read books on public speaking. I practiced it, and I became better. So these are a lot of things that would help you do that. So what would you do? First of all, the first thing you need to do is to start small. Start small. You could just start talking with your family members, have discussion with your colleagues, or go ahead to join a group unit or a group that will help you, build your confidence, that will help you achieve your goal. Ensure that you are not the company that is always criticizing you. Don't be in the company of those who does not support you. You can't continue like that. You keep getting drawn into the negative side. So you need to find a group that is supportive and join. Explore what you are good at. I joined the music department because I love to sing. And I was able to explore, I was able to learn. So what are you good at? What do you want to, are you interested in? Go ahead, explore what you are good at and ensure that you get better at it. Stop thinking that everyone is looking at you. Stop thinking that everyone is looking at you. Everyone have their own issues that they're dealing with. You have your issues. I have my issues. They have their issues. So don't stop. Just stop thinking that everyone is looking at you. Everyone is noticing your mistakes and all that. No, don't do that. So ensure to welcome setback, welcome criticisms. Don't let criticism drive you into depression. Instead, learn from whatever you are being criticized and move forward. Take it as nobody's perfect. We learn every day. Are you perfect? I'm not perfect either. I'm still learning. So even if I make mistakes today, I'll correct myself. I'll move on. You are not perfect. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. We are working towards perfection. And only in Christ are we perfect. So we continue. So remember, welcome criticism of any kind. Don't be afraid. Don't be scared. You well, it's easy to be disappointed in yourself, but you have to know that nobody's perfect. So we learn every day. Learn and move on. All right? Okay, so understand why you are shy is another way to help you overcome shyness. Why are you shy? Is it because of a bad experience? Is it because you were bullied? Is it because of a trauma? Is it because of low self-esteem? What exactly? And why exactly are you shy? Identifying it, understanding it will help you overcome this. So I just hope that you've been able to learn a lot from what I've shared. And from my personal experience, I think that maybe one of these days I'll also bring some experience of others, those who have gone through the same experience. They'll be able to help you to, to overcome your shyness. And you also know that you are not in it alone. People have gone through that, people have overcome it, and you too can overcome it. So thanks for watching. Remember, shyness is an opportunity to grow. You can walk right out of shyness. You can walk out of shyness if you are willing to. So take the necessary steps in this video and you'll be on your way out of shyness. Share your own shyness story in the comments below and let us support each other. Please remember to like, share, comment. Don't forget to share with your friends. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. And until then, have a wonderful day.